Brady still going. Gains first down and more at the 30-yard line. Finally brought down at the 28-yard line.
Hello and welcome back to Pleasant Grove Sports Network. I'm Boston Harding, joined here by...
This is Russ Mayo. So it's a pleasure to be here with you, Boston. We've got a small crew here tonight. I'd like to thank all the volunteers. All of this is, once again, students volunteering. We got a rental car, drove all the way out here to Payson in this weather, and we've got a skeleton crew, but hope to be able to bring you a really good game tonight.
Today's matchup, we have the Pleasant Grove Vikings going against the Payson Lions, as the Lions come into the game 2-7 overall, 1-5 in region, coming in at 8th, having a state ranking of 77th, while the Vikings come in with a better record, 3-6 overall, 3-3 in region, being 4th ranked and 51st in the state.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good matchup. You've got a loss coming last week against Timpview, and Pleasant Grove having a tough game, but also every one of these games that PG's played, minus Orem, has been a pretty close one. Even if the score doesn't show it, they've been playing really tough offense and defense, just a few, I'd call them mistakes, getting into situations, fumbles, turnovers, but being able to see this Pleasant Grove team come alive, it's fun to be able to see the life here. And coming against the Lions tonight, it's going to be a really fun game. It's I say perfect weather. I mean, a little bit of rain earlier. It's crisp. It's a little bit cold. You can feel the that winter's upon us. Fall is kind of turning into that that cold, brisk air. So Pleasant Grove ranked a little bit higher, but you never know. It's a home game for the Lions, and they're ready to play some football.
Payson fans, it's that time.
Yeah, I totally agree with everything you've said there, Russ. The Vikings in the past couple of games have really shown that they definitely struggle to hold on to the football in certain situations, and just throughout the game having, I believe it was 4 fumbles against Timpview last week. I could be wrong against that. That's just an estimation, but
yeah, the turnovers were the main point of the game. A lot of red zone opportunities, getting in close and then turning it over on downs, and that's a tough situation. And I mean, it's hard-nosed football, and you've got to be able to convert on that to be able to put some points on the board. And the Vikings, coming off that loss last week, ready to play against this Payson team. And Vikings will be kicking off, and these are 12-minute quarters, and we got a lot of football ahead of us. And luckily, I'd like to thank Payson High School for setting us up here. As I walked in, they said they do not charge anybody anything to get into these games. So it's kind of just nice for the public to be able to show up and watch these games for free.
As we'll have number 38, TJ Ashby for the Vikings with the kickoff. Goes out to the 3-yard line, received on the left side, pulling it up to the 15, to the 20 before getting rocked from Adam Wright there.
Ball fielded by Payson's number 20,
and it's so fun to be able to see these players. TJ Ashby, a soccer player brought in to be able to kick for the team. He's got a lot of energy, really excited about the game. I see him on the sidelines and talking about PK kicks and different things. And then you've got Adam Wright. I was privileged to have both he and TJ in my class. Hard workers, put in a lot of effort in and out of the classroom.
As I would like to mention a little bit of scoreboard technical difficulties real quick. We will try to figure that out as soon as possible.
And we'll call out the score and the time, keep you guys informed.
Handoff to the left, bounces off. Jarvis on his way, getting strapped up by the Vikings and brought back before the whistle. The carry with that one, number 20, Hayden Jarvis.
Gain of about 4 yards on the run.
So that's going to bring up a second down. We've got 11:35 in the first quarter.
2nd and 6 now after the 4-yard pickup. Vikings take a quick throw, almost intercepted there on the right side by Bo Goodman.
Batted down by Bo Goodman. Bo just slapping his hands together. He wants that one back. That would have been a pick 6. Bo had a big interception 2 games ago in the win over, was it against
Wasatch?
Oh yeah, the win against Wasatch. And he wanted another one. Bo is an intense player and loves playing that linebacker position. 11:19 remaining.
Snap is called, a little bit of a low one. Vikings rush, throw out to the right side, broken up by Adam Wright on the sideline. A great movement there from Trevin Wall, the quarterback, as that will make it 4th and 6. The Lions will take the first drive with a punt, with Dexton Nuttall, number 0, in the backfield for the Vikings at the 45.
4th down with 11:13 left in the quarter.
Snap is called, punt is kicked, going back right at Dexton Nuttall at the 45, brings it up, passes this. He is off at the 20, one man to beat, and he does with the punt return. Dexton Nuttall brings in 6 for the Vikings.
What an amazing play by the Vikings. Got to give a hands off to Nuttall, but also to his blocking special teams, opening up big holes there. And now you've got a 6-0 lead for the Vikings as the rain is coming down. See if we can take a look at some of that on camera right there. You don't see it unless you've got that backlight happening. 10:58 remaining in the first quarter. Vikings lead 6-0 against the Payson Lions here on PGSN. your high school connection for Pleasant Grove High School sports.
PAT is good from number 95, Joaquin Oberhansley, who I don't believe we've seen get a kick all season until now. That will bring the Vikings to lead by 7 in the very start of the first quarter, as they do to kick again with just about a minute of play being done.
Yeah, fantastic play by the Vikings. Really great focus on defense to be able to do a 3-and-out with Payson. And Vikings right back there kicking off again. So we're going to see more from TJ. TJ made a lot of soccer highlights, and it was fun to be able to see in the class learning how to do some video editing. If you are listening and you've got somebody who's coming into the high school who wants to be a part of Pleasant Grove Sports Network, there is a class here at the school where the students put everything together to be able to make these broadcasts happen.
TJ Ashby with the kick now. Sorry to interrupt you there, Russ. Go ahead with what you were saying.
Oh, I was just going to say, we've got camera people with cold hands.
As Hayden Jarvis gets rocked on the sideline. Couldn't quite see who made that hit for the Vikings. That will bring the ball out to, I believe, the 22 there.
About the 25-yard line.
Or I was pretty off, the 25-yard line.
25-yard line, and we are looking at 10:51 remaining in the first quarter. Vikings lead 7-0. We're still trying to get that scoreboard updated for you.
Snap is called, handoff up the middle to Jarvis, brought back and dropped by the Vikings. Looked to be by Bo Goodman, number 4.
And the assist on the tackle, number 45, it looks like. We're either going to apologize to you or tell you you're welcome for being placed right above the band. You're going to be hearing some great music from the Payson band section. It's 10:20 left in the first quarter.
Trevin calls the snap, looks to his left side, quick throw on the sideline, rocked by Dexton Nuttall right before the pass is caught. Flag is down.
And that flag looks like it flew out right upon the defensive move, so I believe that's going to be a pass interference.
If so, that would be a 15-yard gain for the Lions. As it will be pass interference, a 15-yard gain for the Lions. A first down brings the ball to the 40-yard line.
And that's just a little bit of a mistiming. Nuttall was right there. It was just a split second, got him a little bit early and got picked up for that 15-yard penalty. Other than that, Vikings have been pretty flawless on their on defense.
Trevin calls a snap, bit of a low, gets caught between his legs, rolls out to the right side pocket, collapses, quick throw to the outside. No receiver there, potential intentional grounding there.
Yeah, I think getting outside of the pocket, he was able to just toss it outside and not get that penalty. But you're right, if there's nobody there and you're still inside the pocket, you get nailed with that intentional grounding. Somehow, the Kansas City Chiefs get away with that one. I shouldn't be throwing any teams under the bus, but I'm a Browns fan. I just feel like...
We were talking about that on the way up here. Like half the time was about the NFL. Motion is called on the right side. Carson Wall, fake handoff to Jarvis. Pass is made by Devin Fulmer, as that will be a loss on the Lions side. Only about 1 yard on the loss, or just about even, makes it 3rd and 10.
We've got 9:45 left in the first quarter of play. Vikings on top 7-0 against the Payson Lions. Time keeps creeping down. We've got 4 receivers out, 1 in motion. A quick blitz by the Vikings, long pass,
down to wall, cannot be made as no flag is thrown. Incomplete pass drops off of number 6, Cohen Vose.
And Payson wanting a penalty thrown on that one for a pass interference, as they felt like there was no look back on the defensive play, but no flag called. So that is bringing up 4th down.
As we did get our scoreboard back up and working. The snap is called, bringing down, drops at the 39, picked up from Dexton Nuttall, out, breaks 1 tackle, makes it up about another 5 yards, brings the ball out to look to be the 49-yard line.
And pretty gutsy to pick that up with a lot of defenders right around you, but with the success on the last return, being able to take it yard to get some points, he was itching to try to make it happen again, and did pick up a few yards. So 9:08 remaining in the first quarter of play. Vikings up 7-0. This is a fun matchup. Again, the rain coming down, and it's pretty steady. It's light, but it is a steady rain.
Is definitely the wind getting to me right now, as we're right at the position where nothing is blocking us.
Yeah, we were put on the very top of the press booth, which is fantastic for our cameras, but it is a wind tunnel up here, and I'm going to take a look at my watch real quick and see the temperature. We've got 49 degrees, but with the wind chill, it feels about like 26.
Snap is called from Ybarra out on the left side. Pass is completed, makes it through from Tavake Wolfgram. Picks up, look to be about 12 yards.
Yeah, it's a big difference playing Payson versus playing the big Orem schools, Timpview. Just, it seems more evenly matched in the strength category, and Pleasant Grove being able to just kind of push the ball.
Snap is called from Ybarra. Fake handoff again, this time to Adam Wright, out on the sideline on the left side. Picks up about 7 on the play, makes it 2nd down.
With the tackle, pushing the ball receiver out of bounds.
As Vikings with a hurry up huddle there, as that will be enough for a 1st down. I apologize, a little hard to tell, as a handoff to Tavake Wolfgram up the middle. That one will pick up about 5, makes it, or sorry, about 6, makes it 2nd and 4.
Vikings running game very strong. Got to hand it to our offensive line, opening up those holes.
As pass made to the left side, that one to Ryder Huntsman, picks up another Viking 1st down, as that is already 3 on the drive for the Vikings, bringing it from the 26-yard line to now the opposing 47.
I've seen a lot of different plays from Coach's playbook, moving things, short passes, runs, mixing it up quite a bit and having a lot of success on every play.
Another run up the middle. Cohen Vose being the carrier on that one. Brings it down for a 6-yard gain. Makes it 2nd and 4 again.
We've had a lot of Vikings touching the ball. Love seeing that.
Vose with another fake handoff there. Passes made up the middle to Rocky Wilcox. Another Viking 1st down as he ricochets off 2 Lions. Falls to the floor for the reception.
Will be 1st down for Pleasant
Yeah,
Grove.
this is quite the variety of plays being thrown at the Lions, and they're just not quite ready to be able to handle it. Vikings dominating so far this game.
A wheel route to the outside. Lions on it. Rocky Wilcox cannot make a block in time for Adam Wright.
Pass caught by number 9,
Yeah, one
but he
little
goes nowhere.
quick
Brought down
step
by the
and
line
would
of
have been able
scrimmage.
to pick up a few more yards.
As 2nd and 11. as a run up the middle, or
Hard hit by
basically on the right side, a hard hit on the ball carrier. Couldn't quite see who had that one, as that will bring up third and 4, sorry.
4 yards to go for the Vikings.
Ybarra calls the snap out to Devake Wolfgram on the screen pass. Brings it up good enough for a Vikings first down.
That's a good first down. I think you may have turned yourself up a little bit more, and we're trying to even out the audio levels here. All right, I think we're there.
Run to Devake Wolfgram up the middle. Brings a good rush. And we'll take a pickup of about 6 again on that one. Makes it 2nd and 4.
And I think your levels might be a little off the charts.
Devake Wolfgram with it again as Connor Ybarra takes it himself, brings it out to the left side, brings it to the 6-yard line.
Number 2, the ball carrier, brought down by Lions number 23, Sylvester Rodriguez.
All right, so the Vikings are in that red zone. Last week, this was kind of the pivotal moments. Hopefully they can break through and get a few more on the board.
Adam Wright comes in, trips on the right, none on the left. Ybarra goes for the on-2 call and gets it, a 5-yard penalty towards the Lions. Encroachment there on the Lions as you, wow, I cannot speak English there, cannot say a name. Connor Ybarra will take it himself, brings it in for 6 more, makes it 13-0 with 5:41 remaining on the clock for the first quarter, as we'll get the Vikings out with the PAT now from number 95, Joaquin Oberhansley. Kick is low and not good. Vikings remain at 13.
Score's going to be 13.
Looks like it may have been blocked. Not quite sure if that was blocked or if it was just a mishandle.
I think it looked like Joaquin kind of just topped the ball on that one, as there wasn't really any Lions nearby, and you saw off of the foot, that one definitely looked a bit low, almost hitting the offensive line. But either way, Vikings still take a lead of 13 into the first quarter, a little under halfway with 5:41 remaining.
All right, Boston, we have seen so far a few drives from the Vikings. They've gone the distance and have been able to push into the end zone. What's the difference this week versus the last couple weeks?
The Vikings really looking so much better on their run game, picking up an average of probably about 6 to 8 yards on each run, as well as just Dexton Nuttall coming out amazing in the first drive with that punt return. That really fired up the team. They knew that they could get something running, and they did. And then as well as their defense was amazing. On the first play, Bo Goodman almost getting the interception
yeah,
on the Lions side, as that would have potentially been a pick 6 if he got there. As a onside kick, the Vikings recover.
Our camera operator was completely faked out. So the Vikings, they're getting a lot of confidence, and what you were talking about is exactly right. Bo Goodman on defense getting some confidence right there. A great onside kick, getting more confidence. We've got touches from so many different offensive players, from Huntsman to Wright to Nuttall, all over the place, being able to get Viking hands on many different plays. So really enjoy watching how this is coming together.
Vikings offense now coming back to the field. Connor Ybarra takes the snap, handoff, looks to the left as Ryder Huntsman gets drilled and flies back for a 5-yard loss.
Loss of 3 yards on play.
Or, sorry, a loss of 3. Whistle was blown earlier than I thought it was. Makes it 2nd and 13. Trips on the right, single on the left. Motion is called, looks to him. Connor Ybarra takes it himself, goes up, stopped at about what looks like the 48-yard line there, or the 47. The 48 is correct the first time. Makes it 3rd and 9 now.
3rd and 9. This is the stickiest situation for the Vikings so far. We've seen the Vikings do a lot of damage in this situation and even in the same field position in different games. So we'll see how this pans out and see what Coach LePan has cooked up.
Motion is called, but flag is thrown immediately after.
Looks like we got a false start on the offense, so that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Not exactly what we're looking for. We're going to repeat 3rd down. Puts us in a different situation. So we've got 3rd and 14 now.
It's 3rd down and about 15 yards to go. Let's get loud for your Lions defense.
Ybarra calling out to the front line. Twins on both sides. Connor Vose goes in motion, fake handoff, looking deep, goes to the middle to Ryder Huntsman, makes the throw. That's good for a Vikings 1st down as he drops down at the 30-yard line.
We're number 24 this year. Ryder Huntsman has been a consistent target and has some really, really great hands. Making that play, that's a big pickup for the Vikings.
That is exactly what the Vikings needed to make this 1st down. As Ybarra calls the snap, handoff to Tavake Wolfgram, wheels out to the left, goes into a tackle, and looks like he got one of the Lions tripped up and fell into one of the ball boys on the Lions side, as that will pick up about 5 from Tavake Wolfgram.
Wolfgram getting a lot of touches, and I love the way that he runs, is able to just move upfield even as he's going laterally, able to make a few moves, and what feels like is going to only be 1 or 2 yards, he's able to pick up quite a few.
Ybarra calls the snap, handoff up the middle to Cohen Vose, wheels out to the left, going to the 10, to the 5, and smacked down at the 2 or 3 yard line there. A great run for Cohen, not someone that we have seen very often on the run plays. We have seen him quite a bit on the RPOs, and he's just like a receiver out on the right side, gets a quick route in before the option. They will try it again. Cohen Vose up the middle, off the handoff, unable to really make any movement on that one.
Now, I love seeing when you get a really nice play, a good run, and then they go right with him again, hoping to be able to let him punch it into the end zone. You could see his eyes widening on that first run of his, thinking that he was going to be able to get into that end zone.
Ball carrier stopped by a whole pride of Lions. Going to be 2nd down, 4 yards to go.
That will make it 2nd and goal, ball-wise on the 3 yard line.
Let's get loud for your Lions defense.
About 5 seconds on the play clock. Ybarra back in shotgun. Calls the snap, cannot get it off in time. Will be a delay of game on the Vikings.
I'm not quite sure if it's going to be a delay game. They may have called a timeout before it happened. Not quite sure. Didn't see the flag conversation happening between the lead official and the Payson coaching staff.
As the coaching staff is arguing currently with the
Looks like a timeout is being called. Not exactly sure. Looks like we're going to resume play here. No penalty. Vikings still on the...
Well, Vikings will move back to...
Oh, they did move back.
I believe it was a delay of game called, being a 5-yard penalty there. Fake the shovel pass. Ybarra takes it himself, brings it up. Can he get in? I believe drop down at the 1-yard line, just short of the touchdown.
It's going to be 3rd down, 2 yards to go to the goal line.
All right, after that delay of game, Ibarra taking it into his own hands and pushing it right inside the 2.
As whistle being blown, not sure what the call was, as the lead official comes over to talk to the Lions coaching staff.
And as we wait to see what is happening on the field, we'll just talk a little bit more about Wolfram being able to get some really great runs. Vara being able to break free, make some plays. Huntsman coming alive. Vikings in the lead right now, 13-0.
3 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. Ybarra calls the snap, looks to take it himself, wheels out to the left, but slammed from one of the Lions on the left side.
Yep, number 6 on the Lions, a big play, a big stop right there, bringing up a 4th down. And the Vikings in this situation have gone for it quite often. And they've got a lot more confidence coming in this week, being in the red zone.
As Vikings look to the sideline, Coach LaPan says we're going for it, as being 4th and 3 now after a loss of 1 on the run from Ybarra. Snap is called, read option, pushed up the middle. Ybarra takes it himself.
Touchdown Vikings.
Vikings get another score, that being their 3rd of the quarter, will make it 18-0 against the Payson Lions.
A very strong start for the Vikings, and the most impressive piece is just how many Vikings have touched the ball. And Ibarra being able to run it in himself. We're going to see this extra point.
Joaquin with the kick again, gets that one higher up, is good. Redemption from his last one makes it 20-0.
Lions 0.
As I couldn't do basic math earlier, I said 18. I know 6 plus 13 equals 19, I swear.
Yeah, it's great. I also love that I was stuck on saying there was no penalty there on a false start because I didn't see the flag. Most likely, these old eyes just couldn't see the flag on the field, so I stuck to it. So here at Payson Stadium, I'd like to thank their staff for allowing us to broadcast. You're listening and watching on PGSN, Pleasant Grove Sports Network. This is brought to you usually 100% student broadcast. These away games, I have to get a rental vehicle, and I like to make sure that we've got all the safety precautions in place. And the Vikings lead 20-0 Boston.
Honestly, that's something not really heard of this season from the Vikings. Pretty sure the last time we heard something of that sort was about 3 or 4 years ago, as the kickoff from TJ Ashby brought down from, I believe that one, Jarvis, or what was his first name actually? Hayden Jarvis, as the Viking number 25, Luke Bills, will bring him down. Just pushed him over at the 27. Will fly down to make it at the 28.
Looks like we're on the 23-yard line.
Yes, you are correct on that one. Traven calls the snap, rolls out of the pocket, looks downfield. Pass is completed to number 12. A good pickup there. Valentin Sanchez, a good pass completed on the run from Travin.
Bringing some life back into the Payson Lions on their offense. That was a great reception.
As I apologize, Travin, not Travin, as he looks to his right side. Deep ball again to number 9. Cannot find the ball as that one will land to his right and incompleted.
And a flag on the field.
We've got a flag on the play. I'm not quite sure. It's near the line of scrimmage. Usually that's going to be a holding call.
It is a very late flag, though.
We'll take a look right here.
As it is called on Payson, I believe something on the coaching staff, as the coach was just screaming at one of the referees.
So they gave a coach's warning. It just looks like there's a spot where they can't go past, and if you go too close, you're going to get a penalty. It's for the safety of the players, safety of the officiating staff as well.
Travin calls a snap low at his ankles, rolls out, dropping back, able to mess around and go past the tackle. Pass is made downfield. Good for another first down towards Carson Finch, number 5.
And we're talking about the Lions coming alive. 2 big plays, 2 big receptions. That one looked like it could have been tragic for the Lions, but able to break free and get a good pass out. 1:22 remaining the first quarter of play. Vikings lead 20-0.
Lions making some good movement on the past 2 plays, getting about 30 yards on pickup on the last 3 plays. Fake handoff out to the right side, but broken up, dropped on the line of scrimmage. Still going back, Hayden Jarvis gets rocked behind the line of scrimmage at the 45.
And a smart play by Jarvis picking that up. A lot of people kind of slowed down thinking the play was just an incomplete pass, but it was passed backwards, which makes for a fumble. 43 seconds left in this quarter, 27 seconds left on the countdown.
The play clock.
The play clock. Oh, yeah. And that rain is coming down.
As it doesn't look to be hard enough to really cause a rain delay. Just a bit of a wet field. Hopefully that doesn't result in any injuries on either side of the ball. After a hard hit there towards Carson Finch after a good pickup from Trevin.
And we had 2 Viking defenders right there to take him down, but not before they pick up their first down. And the quarter ends. Vikings lead 20-0. A great showing by the Vikings. We had a running touchdown, like quarterback keeper. We had a very first touchdown of the game was a punt return.
A punt return.
And it was about a 72-yard return.
And at the end of the first quarter, score stands Vikings 20, Payson 0.
And I'm trying to remember the other touchdown.
So our first one was from Dexton Nuttall with that punt return. And then I believe the next 2 also from Connor Ybarra with a quarterback keep.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure. I think we were trying to work on a few of the audio issues. Had my head down.
I know for sure that the most recent one, the 3rd touchdown, was from a read option with Connor Ybarra and Cohen Vose, and Connor took it himself to bring it in.
And that was on a 4th down, a gutsy play by the coaching staff, and it paid off. Again, the Vikings up 20-0. I'd love to thank our staff here that has come out to volunteer at Payson High School, traveling with the broadcast team. Asher Bayless, we've got Ethan Frisbee down on the field, and we've got Boston Harding running the show, producing, commentating, and we're just trying to stay warm up here.
As switching sides, as looks to be trips on the left, Twins on the right for receivers. Empty backfield besides Trevin. Tries to go for the on-2. Low snap again. Off to the right side. No man's land as that one soars past number 9, David Fulmer.
Great defense by the Vikings,
On third down,
forcing an
pass ball's
incompletion.
incomplete, 4th and 9 to go for Payson.
4th down for Payson. They decide to take it on 4th and 9.
Kind of in that that space where if you punt it, you're not getting too much. You're worried about going into the end zone. Quick stop by the Vikings.
As a hard hit from Bo Goodman brings it down right at the line of scrimmage after Trevin Wall was almost sacked from 2 Vikings, both slipping on their way to him.
Yeah, you got that sack going in there, and they tried to get that screen pass going, but Goodman would have nothing with it. 11:52 remaining in the first half of play. Vikings up 20-0. With the turnover on downs, Vikings now have it. We're right next to that PA. Hopefully you heard that announcement as well. I'm sure you're hearing all of it.
Ybarra comes to the field, twins on both sides. Motion is called. Ybarra looks to the right side. Ryder Huntsman is there, gets a good pickup of about 7. A good rush after contact, picks up about 2 more.
24 with the catch, brought down by Lions number 60 and number 6.
Ryder, very athletic. Want to give a shout out. His dad was on the 1993 state championship football team. Actually, his uncle. I actually don't know if it's Brandon or Nick. I think it's Nick's son. So, sorry, I just blew that.
Handoff up the middle. Whistle is blown, looks to be carried as a Viking is down, the carrier is down.
2 yards to go.
That one looks to be, I believe, number 13, Drew Jensen.
And hopefully Drew's all right. It looks like he was about to pop up and then got back down. We've got our trainers out there taking a look. Okay, that's good to see him on his feet. Well, back to the Huntsmans. Either way, it's Brandon Huntsman played on the state championship team for the Vikings in 1993. Big win against Judge Memorial.
As Vikings still in a huddle as having 10:55 and running as the play clock runs as well. Getting to the line of scrimmage with about 13 seconds.
Third down, folks. Let's get loud. Greater Lions defense.
3rd and 2 for the Vikings after a 1-yard pickup from Drew there. Connor Ybarra takes it himself off to the races, brought down after a little over 10-yard pickup there. Makes it a Viking 1st down with 10.5 minutes remaining in the half.
I love the confidence the coaching staff has in Ybarra, being able to allow him to be able to see the field, read it, and give him the okay to just go for it if he sees it open.
Run up the middle. Tavake Wolfram off to the races, breaks another tackle as he is pulled out in front for a, looks to be about a 20-yard pickup.
That's another 1st down for the Vikings. They're racking them up in this game. It is a cold one here at Payson Stadium. I know all our crew is just trying to keep their hands warm and keep things steady for you.
I really do feel bad for all the players. They are running around a whole lot, but doesn't change the fact that they are still in the rain. We are not. As Tavake Wolfgram takes it up the left again. Not much of a pickup there, about 2 on the play. Makes it 2nd and 8. Tries to go for the on-2 snap there, cannot get the false start. Ybarra calls out to his offense. 7 seconds on the clock is snapped. Ybarra rolls out to his right, takes it himself as snapped up and thrown down by 2 Lions near the end zone.
He had some crazy move right there where it was like, looked like he was going to pass it, looked like he might even be falling, and he sure moved the defense and got him off balance. Huge pickup for the Vikings.
That makes it 1st and goal. Handoff up the middle to Devake Wolfgram. He brings it in for another 6-point touchdown for the Vikings. Now 26-0 with a little over 9 minutes on the clock for the Vikings to really make something click here again. Like, they are doing an amazing job, especially on this run game. We've seen it this quarter in the last 3 minutes. The Vikings run game from Tavake Wolfgram, and earlier we saw Cohen Vose, as they have really been showing out for this game. The Vikings seeing something wrong with the Lions' run defense, and they are really capitalizing with some amazing rushes that end out in 15 to 20 yard pickups, even from Connor Ybarra, who all season has been a great quarterback to get out of the pocket when it is needed, get a couple yards off of the scramble, and really have a great pickup, which we saw there right before the touchdown, as he scrambled out, picked up about 15 to put them on the 3-yard line.
Yeah, Ibarra's leading this team very well in that quarterback position. Love being able to see Wolfgram run through and be handed that ball right at the end to be able to give him that satisfaction of putting it into the end zone. Vikings lead 27-0 against the Lions, and 9:08 remaining in this first half of play.
As a new kickoff formation from the Vikings there, a little bit interesting, as TJ's Ashby kick goes far, as bringing him down, looks to be at the 22-yard line. Couldn't quite see it who made the play on that one for the Vikings. There was a couple in on it at the same time.
Where the Payson Lions will take the field.
And you've been talking a lot about the run game. In a situation like this, when the rain's just coming down like crazy, bringing it to the run game makes a lot of sense. But the Vikings have also been mixing it up and been able to find Huntsman for a lot of really nice plays. And you're able to get those big open passes when you have a really strong run game.
Yeah, as you said, Ryder Huntsman has been one of the main targets for the Vikings on their passing, same as Rocky Wilcox and Carter Wilkes. As flag is thrown, that one will be a delay of game on the Payson Lions.
I see the flag on that one. So there's that 5-yard penalty. Yeah, talking about Wilkes. Wilkes is a great target for the Vikings. You've got Huntsman, you've got Wilkes, and anytime that you get that in Wilkes' hands, he's got the ability to make some yardage after the catch.
Yeah, wheel route to the outside. Wilkes, Trevin drops back. A couple of unnecessary spins there, throws out to the right, and will be makes that, second and 15 after the pass is thrown out of bounds from Trevin.
A nice catch from the kid in the sweatsuit, celebrating that reception out of bounds. 8:54 remaining in the first half. Vikings lead 27-0. This is a big game for the Vikings. This is a in-region matchup.
As it is also the Payson Lions senior night, as well as the last regular season game of the season right before playoffs start. Quick throw up the middle cannot be completed. Looks to be towards number 12, Valentin Sanchez. Cannot make it. Will bring up 3rd and 15.
Great defensive play. We've got Vikings right in that alleyway, making that pass just impossible.
8:50 on the clock, 20 seconds on the play clock, as now the Payson Lions will come out to the line, look to have trips on the left, single on the right. Trevin calls a snap low again at his knees. Goes out of the pocket towards the left, pressured by Vikings, throws out towards the left as well again. Will bring up 4th and 15 after a great rush from 2 Vikings there, as that will put a lot of pressure on the Lions. Coming back, 4th and 15 again, ball on the 20-yard line.
Yeah, big kudos to the Viking defense. they're making things possible, giving the Vikings offense a lot of time on the field. A lot of 3 and outs happening here, and a lot of scrambling, a lot of throwing the ball out of bounds when out of the pocket.
Punt is low, but spiral's good. Dexter Nuttall unable to make the catch there, as does not touch it, as a lot of controversy from the Lions on their student section, as it looked to be number 2, Bryson Gull, who jumped on the ball at the 38-yard line. Vikings will take it from there. Dexter Nuttall coming onto the field to command the Vikings offense. Snap is thrown up the middle to Rocky Wilcox. Couple of lines in on the tackle as they spin down towards the ground.
Tyson Hazlett with the stop, gain of about 5 or 6 yards on the pass.
Gets about 6, makes it 2nd and 4. Ybarra calls a snap, handoff towards the left side. A huge hit. Stays on his feet after breaking 2 tackles.
My goodness. That is super impressive. Extra yardage after the contact. We've got a Payson Lion down.
Third down for the Vikings.
Has a big loss on that one for the Vikings. Loss of about 5 makes it 3rd and 8.
So 7:57 remaining in the first half. 27-0 is the score. Vikings putting up a lot of yardage. I'd like to know how many yards Ibarra has. Just being able to scramble, get some extra yards. Wolfgram also some big yardage. Special teams with Nuttall. Big yardage on that.
Nuttall with about like a 70-yard return takes it to the house on the first drive. As looks to be Hogan Bates, number 32, walks off himself after holding his elbow. Vikings return to the field as flag is thrown. I believe will be a false start.
I think it might be going against Payson. It looked like the defense walked right across the line. They're calling encroachment.
That will make it 3rd and 4. Ball wise on the 40-yard line. Snap is called from Ybarra. Looks to take it himself up the middle. Good for Vikings. First down after the rush. Takes it himself up the middle.
Right to that 47-yard line. Man, that is a weapon to have with Ibarra, the Vikings.
Snap is called, pass out to Adam Wright on the left side. Takes it after some contact. Flag is thrown on the left side. Another one as well.
Several flags on the field.
So it looks like one flag was thrown way after the play. It might be some of the sideline stuff. Last week we had a sideline penalty. Hopefully it's not against Pleasant Grove's sideline.
Officials come together to talk about both flags that were thrown. I'm assuming by the way, or by where the referee was looking when he threw it, it was towards a Payson player, potentially unsportsmanlike conduct. We'll wait for the call.
Looks like they're all facing, going back against the Vikings, so.
As a big loss on this one, looks to be about 10 yards.
We have 2 fouls. Turn the play. Holding on the offense, number 24. That'll be a 10-yard penalty. After the play, dead ball. Play hit. Personal foul. On On the defense, number 9. That'll be a 15-yard penalty.
We just let you guys hear that. Hopefully you were able to pick that up. So they walked it back, 10-yard penalty against the Vikings, then they walked it back up, 15 against the Payson for a personal foul.
Late hit on the Lions there. Ybarra looking deep, cannot make the pass to Adam Wright, broken up. Great defense there from the Lions from looks to be number 1, Peyton Huff.
Peyton Huff, one of their faster defensive players. Quick speed on with the safety. Just some good defense, and they aired that out. Adam Wright, so fun to be able to see get up into the open field, but just wasn't able to get to it.
Makes it 2nd and 4. Tavake up on the left, has room, pushed out of bounds at what looks to be the opposing 43 or 42 there.
Now, when Wolfgram opens up, you can just see those wheels turning, and he just blows by defender after defender. Big pickup for the Vikings.
I was definitely looking at the field the wrong way. That is the 39-yard line. Snap is called, brought out from Cohen Vose on the left side. Had 2 men to beat, cannot make it, pushed out of bounds. Looks to be at the 36.
And Vose is really coming alive. Some really great play rotation in there, getting him the ball and pushing it forward. Really close to that first down.
Makes it 2nd and 1, ball on the, the 25. Ibarra calls the snap. Fake handoff to Cohen on the left side to Ryder Huntsman, cannot make it. Brings up 3rd and 1 for the Vikings. After it looks like Ryder Huntsman did not know the pass was coming to him on that play, looking a lot farther down.
Yeah, it was just way back behind him. Either a misread on the route or just Ibarra needing to get rid of the ball.
7:20 on the clock. Motion is called, fake handoff to Cohen. Pass is broken up behind the line of scrimmage. That one will be a incomplete pass, brings up 4th.
And that's a big play by the the Payson Lions. I mean, being able to get in position, being able to knock that down. They've got to see more of that to get back into this ball game, trailing 0-27.
As Corbin Richens, the one with the deflection there, as an almost false start on number 73, does not get it. Snap is called high behind Ybarra, drops back, breaks 1 tackle, but brought down on the 2nd on the 4th down. Turnover on downs.
On a regular day, that usually wouldn't happen. The high snap, being able to pull it back in if it's not completely wet. So I'm actually surprised there hasn't been more of that happening in this game. Turnover on downs. The rain is letting up a little bit, but it is still pretty slick out there. 7:13 remaining in the first half of play. Vikings lead 27-0 over the Payson Lions here at Payson Stadium.
Lions come out to the field led by Trevin Wall, sorry. Twins on the left, single on the right, 2 in the backfield. Motion called towards the left, handoff up the middle to number 2, Bryson Gull, as that will be a short pickup of about 3.
Bryson Gull normally playing the wide receiver position, 170 pounds, 6'1".
As I apologize, I believe that was actually number 22, Trevor Robinson.
that makes more sense. So sophomore actually. 158 pounds, 6 foot.
Traven calls a snap, looks at taking himself, shovel pass to Robinson again, brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Flag is thrown.
I don't know if they're going to call a horse collar on that one. It looked like he pulled him by his shoulder pads.
as it will be a horse collar on the Vikings. 15-yard penalty makes it a first down, pushes the ball over to the opposing side on the 49.
And that one's tough when you think you've got a really great stop, and then all of a sudden you've got 15 going against you.
Shovel pass to the left side. Jarvis takes it, pushed back from the Vikings, stays on his feet, but a loss of about 3 or 4 on the play there. Let's see where the ball lies after the whistle.
And you had Huntsman and a whole horde of Vikings coming through, making that stop. They blew it dead while he was still on his feet.
At about the 50-yard line, makes it 2nd and 11 with just over six minutes on the clock. Traven calls a snap, fake handoff up the middle, getting rushed by some Vikings. Stays on his feet, but slammed down.
Oh, that one's tough. Oh, that's a huge hit, and good to see their quarterback pop back up. Trying to scramble, getting away from 2 Vikings, then you just get slammed by number 45?
I believe that one was number 73, being Jackson Mortensen.
Yeah, big plays. Viking defense really making the Lions work for every yard they get.
As that will bring a 3rd and long. A ball on the 40, quick pass up the middle. Flag is thrown.
I'm wondering what that flag is, trying to take a look to see if it's a holding against the Lions, which would push them back even further. I mean, I'm not seeing on the scoreboard how many they have left to go. It looks like 25.
Yeah.
So if that's a penalty against them, it'll push them back even further. Probably be a 5-yard penalty. On the defense. All right, that brings it to 3rd and 15.
3rd and 20. That will bring the ball, or sorry, I was
3rd and 13, so I was just a little off.
As I forgot to take account the actual play that happened as well. I was wondering what happened. A drop snap from Traven there, looks to the right side, pass incompleted on 3rd down, makes it 4th and 13.
And that was a really quick recovery from a dropped snap. If he would have been able to have a split second earlier, I think that would have been a completion for almost a first down. I think they would have been a couple inches short, but now it's 4th down, and they're going to bring their kicker out. Trying to get a number on that kicker.
Looks to be number 9. Is that fake punt up to Hayden Jarvis, brings it out, and he gets the first down for the Lions.
What a play. Taking a look at how that worked, you don't see that very often. It was almost like a screen pass, and there just wasn't enough pressure coming in. And then he picked up a lot of yards, so great play by the Lions, being able to pick up that first down and moving into Viking territory.
Picking up about 14 on that one, makes it 1st and 10. Ball on the 36-yard line. Traven calls a snap, handoff to Hayden Jarvis as well, goes out to the right, he's got room, breaks a tackle on his way, but brought down by 2 Vikings.
And all it takes is a couple plays for a team to be able to rally together and get the confidence to be able to push forward. The Lions looking strong right now with 4:24 left in the first half of play.
Trips on the left, singles on the right for the Lions. Snap is called, but whistles are blown as a timeout called from the Vikings.
And a good moment for the Vikings to regroup, be able to talk some strategy, and just be able to to try to form a stop against the Lions as they're making their biggest push in the game so far.
As I believe this is the closest that the Lions have come to scoring ball-wise on the 15-yard line.
Yeah, pushing inside that red zone, the Lions getting their first taste and hoping to be able to get a quick 6 and hopefully be able to get a stop. You know, that's their goal, be able to go into halftime with some points on the board. I'd like to take this time again to thank our crew coming out here, driving out to Payson to make this game possible for viewers like you. This is Pleasant Grove Sports Network.
Payson lines up 1st and 10. Motion is called, drops back, handoff to Hayden Jarvis again, out to the left, has a couple of blockers, ball comes loose.
And it looks like Payson recovered quickly. A nice Payson bounce popped right back into their possession.
As a Viking is down on the left side to his feet, holding his arm.
Yeah, it looks like a stinger. In this cold weather, you get hit with the helmet and it goes deep to the bone.
Second down and 5 yards to go.
They've got 5 yards to go, 4:02 remaining in the half. We've got 3 outright, 1 left, 1 back.
Trevin calls a snap, looks out to his right. He's got room on his side. Pleasant Grove drops back. Pass is thrown out of bounds. Caught by a Viking, but unable to stay in bounds.
And he's trying to plead his case, just saying that, like, hey, he threw it to me and I dragged my feet right there. That's an interception. I'd like to be able to go back and view that. It just seemed like such a straightforward pass. Looked like he's passing it to somebody on his team. So Cannon Smith, nice play. I believe you. I think the Vikings should get it. An athletic play nonetheless.
Double motion is called on the right side. Trips remain. Snap is called. Handoff up the middle to Hayden as Vikings swarm him and bring him back. Looks to be from number 3 and number 45.
Jarvis, the ball carrier, stopped.
Yeah, big stop by Ryan Ross. And we've got, trying to scroll with these fingers, and Derek Brenton, a force to be reckoned with on this Viking team. Yeah, they're trying to draw off the Vikings.
4th and 5 for the Lions, going for it. A bit of a risky move. Snap is called, looks up the middle. Pass cannot be completed. Broken up by a Viking. Looks to be
Is that Huntsman?
Ryder Huntsman, number 24, on the middle. Turnover on downs. Vikings have the ball on the 10-yard line.
And the type of motivation and like the inspiration that the defense gives the offense on that turnover on downs, the energy over on the sideline is pretty big. That's what every single defense wants to be able to do. Be able to just bring the ball back to the offense, and the Vikings coming out now to see what they can do with 3:04 left in the first half. 27-0. Vikings playing pretty well.
Motion is called on Tavake, looking to him for the pass as well. Out to the left side, gets some room, picks up a good amount of yardage there. Looks to be about 5 or 6.
Yep, there you go. Wolfgram again, just being able to plow his way through. Some quick churning of the feet, being able to pick up some yards where you think it's just going to be a short gain, and he picks up like 5, 6.
Snap is called. Ybarra takes it himself up the middle. He's got left. He's got a blocker. He's got way too much room for the Lions. He is going at the 20, at the 10, 5, takes it to the house. Flag is down on the play on the left.
Oh, that is one of those moments where you get so excited, and then you look back there, and it's just scary to see. So it looks like they're walking it back.
That just killed the Vikings after a 70 or holding on the Vikings 5-yard penalty after a 83-yard rush there from Connor Ybarra.
Ibarra just finished a 5K and it gets it called back. Disheartening, some great footwork by Ibarra, being able to give that juke move, moves everybody in one direction and then just pushes through. But if you've got a jersey tug, it's going to come back. 2:24 remaining in the first half of play. Vikings are dominating this game so far, 27-0.
Trips on the right, single on the left. Ibarra calls a snap, fake handoff up the middle, looks to Rocky Wilcox. Pass is completed. Good for a Vikings first down.
Love that. Love being able to see Wilcox come up with that catch. Just another Viking getting some plays and being able to see that action, being able to spread the love.
As we see that from Rocky all the time, he's really an expert on those passes up the middle to get them the first down. Tavake Wolfgram takes the carry up the middle, a short pickup on first down as a Lion stumbles to his feet.
We're under the 2-minute mark. We're at 1:40 left in the first half. We were a little afraid of some rain delays or lightning delays. They don't usually delay it for rain, but clear skies right now, just that wind is chilling.
As Pleasant Grove will take their second timeout of the half, a minute and a half remaining on the clock as they lead by 27.
And I got to thank Asher Bayless has been running our score and been able to keep things going for us. And I know his hands are freezing. Also like to thank Ethan Frisbee. Boston, it's always great to have you on the microphone. We were talking about the hours that you've put on as a commentator for PGSN through volleyball. You've got baseball, wrestling last year. I know you just barely went down and the wrestling is picked up and they're like in full force right now getting ready for their season. So I'd like to thank you for all the efforts that you put to be able to give Viking sports to the community. Both the Pleasant Grove's community and those that are playing Pleasant Grove get the benefit of being able to watch these games and you being able to set those up. Really appreciate it. Last year we had Caden Duffield doing some heavy lifting and then you came in clutch. We're back to play.
Ybarra throws out to Connor Vose, as a good pickup there, breaks a couple tackles as Cohen will pick up the first down for the Vikings. Puts the ball on the 48-yard line there. What were you going to say, Russ?
I was just going to say there's a lot of power in each of these Vikings. You put that ball in those hands of Vose, Wright, Wolfgram, like they're all making big plays.
Ybarra drops, scrambles. A close catch there from Rocky Wilcox just through his hands, unable to get his hands around it.
Just kind of an awkward jump, trying to get into position, and the ball thrown a little bit high.
Makes it 2nd and 10. Ball still on the 48. Just over a minute in the first half. Twins on either side. Motion is called on Cohen. Fake handoff to him, looks downfield, looks to Tavake Wolfgram, picks up a good amount of yards on that one, brings the ball to the opposing the 34-yard line.
Yeah, seeing Wolfgram as a target, so dangerous, being able to get him into the open field.
Yeah, it's not something very common that we see him being a receiving target, more of a rushing target. He calls for the ball as well, thrown out of bounds after Ybarra scrambles, barely making it past a couple of tackles.
Yeah, being able to scramble like that. Love that he was able to just turn the opposite direction and just buy himself some time. Good call throwing that out of bounds, being able to bring up a 2nd down and 10 with 39 seconds left, trying to get within field goal range.
Ibarra calls a snap, fake handoff to Tavake Wolfgram, looks to the midfield as Rocky Wilcox has dropped that one off of, or out of his hand, incomplete, as we all know the struggle of having cold hands there.
Seeing that in stride, he wants that one back, but he's got some time. 32 seconds left. It's 3rd down and 10. Vikings with 2 attempts, 2 passes, 2 incompletes.
Trips on the left, Twins on the right. Snap is called, looks downfield. Ybarra scrambles out to the right. Pass is thrown to Rocky Wilcox, unable to get it off the low pass. Tries to slide, but gets out of the way. Makes it 4th and 10 with 23 seconds on the clock. Ball on the 34. Not the farthest kick we've seen from the Vikings as they decide to go for it on 4th down. Drops back, goes up, makes the pass to Rocky Wilcox, brings a 1st down for the Vikings. Did he get out of bounds? It appears so, as they get their 4th down conversion, makes it 1st and 10. 11 seconds on the clock. Ybarra calls the snap, fake handoff, looking midfield, no one in sight, as Ryder Huntsman, the intended receiver there, cannot shake off his man in the end zone.
So it took 5 seconds off the play to get that one pass out there. What do the Vikings do right here? Are they going to go for the end zone, or are they going to try to kick up a field goal?
I believe that they're going to go for it, which they had a great move there. It's just Ryder couldn't quite get off of his man right in time. He was off him, but barely late, unable to make it, as Vikings will call their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Good usage of the timeouts from the Viking coaching staff. They're bringing out a kicking squad, and I think a good call to be able to do that. Somehow 1 second went off the clock.
Not sure how that one happened.
During that no play, which I also, earlier I thought that it shouldn't have been 5 seconds to be able to get that pass off. It seemed more like 3, but that's going to be okay. I think it's going to work out. This should be the last play of the half. Oh, they're moving it back to 5 seconds, so they're noticing. There we go.
Joaquin with the kick. Snap is called, kick is up and barely short. Cannot make it as the clock just runs out. As now we will move into halftime. Vikings lead by 27-0 against the Payson Lions here in the last region game of this 2025 to 2026 season for the Vikings, as everyone is rushing off the field to try to get somewhere warm.
Yeah, try to get some warmth in there. I mean, I can believe that it's the last game of the regular season because of the how cold it is out here, but I also can't believe that we've already gone through and played everybody in our region. So we are in a new region this year from last year. We dropped down from 6A to 5A. We play against a few big powerhouses. So far, which team in our region do you think is the strongest?
Most definitely, I have to go with Orem. They've had a great season. I'm not saying nothing, but I do believe that Orem might take it for 5A this year.
Okay. That's a good prediction.
They have what looks to be the best outcome possible. They have a great looking team. They have an amazing season going so far. I believe remaining first in the region. We will check on that right now.
Yeah, taking a look at the standings, we've got Orem looking as if they're in number 1.
As Tipview, oh wait, sorry, that's number 3, sorry. Gotta look at the full thing. As Vikings stand at 4th, Orem does stand at 1st, being 6-0, undefeated thus far. Springville 5-1, and Tipview 4-2. Vikings 3-3. Wasatch 2-4. Spanish Fork also 2-4. Maple Mountain 1-5, and Payson also 1-5.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing going from 6A moving down to 5A. You always think, oh, 6A is going to be the biggest, the strongest, but then you drop down to that 5A and you get punched in the face by Orem. Timpview's a really tough team as well, and we hit Springville early on and saw some really powerful teams in this 5A division. So it's no walk in the park dropping down to 5A. And we've got a brand new coach in Coach LePan, and it's been fun to be able to see that the Vikings have been in these games. Like watching Orem really took it to us, but every other game the Vikings really have been in a position that they're playing with the team, even if the score isn't quite there. You can see the potential of the Vikings. And I mean, going into this, the end of the season, you've got some momentum here, playing really well against the Payson Lions. And we don't know who we're going to match up with. We'll know after this game over fall break. They're going to break some stuff down and let us know who we're playing in the first round. And the Vikings with a 4 seed, I'm not sure if we'll get any home field advantage, but we'll be letting you know, and I'm sure you'll find it all over the internet.
Yeah, and that is the 4th seed in just our region, being 5A Region 7, and I believe currently being ranked 17th in 5A.
Okay.
I might be wrong about that one. That one's not really listed on Max Preps. But Vikings coming out of halftime, leading 27-0, really looking to keep the score running in the second half.
And we're going to turn some time over to Asher Bayless. He's going to be giving us a halftime recap on the region standings. We talked a little bit about it, but he's our local expert.
For Region 5, for 5A Region 7 score update, Orem is up 14-0. Wasatch is losing to Springville 14-10. Spanish Fork is losing
For your Payson
to Tenfield 13-7.
As that will conclude the 5A Region 7 halftime check on the scores. We will see you at the start of the third quarter. coming back to start out the third quarter. About 30 seconds still remain in halftime, as I would like to say some appreciative words to all of the Lions groups and just everyone that came out towards the game today, as we did have a bit of a show from the cheerleaders and I believe the drill team as well, as they recognized their seniors, as well as we're recognizing the Lions seniors tonight.
Yeah, it's always so fun to be able to see everything that goes into a high school football production, from the band, the players, the cheerleaders, the drill team, and it's pretty impressive. They've got here on their field, they've got this instant replay machine with their scoreboard. A lot of effort going in to make a high school production with the football games. So super impressed with Payson. Like to thank them again for all their hospitality making this possible. An onside kick attempt recovered by the Vikings.
Onside kick picked up by Pleasant Grove. They'll take the ball at about the 45-yard line.
Pleasant Grove take that onside kick into great field position. That will put them at about the 44-yard line.
And a gutsy move by the Lions, trying to be able to bring an opportunity for them to get the ball back. Vikings have been pretty dominant so far in this game, both in the run and the passing game. 27-0 is the score. Vikings lead.
Motion is called on Cohen Vose. Pass is attempted to Rocky Wilcox, unable to be made over his head and off his left shoulder there. Makes it 2nd and 10. Ball still lies on the 44.
Second and 10 for the Vikings, and it is a very cold night here. The temperature says it's in the 40s, but feels so much colder. That wind chill.
Read option as Connor Yarbara takes it himself for a Vikings first down. Having a good block there from Tavake Wolfgram.
Always love seeing lead blockers be your running backs.
Vikings line up 1st and 10. Ball on the 41. Snap is called. Hand off to Tavake Wolfgram. He's brought out of bounds after a couple yards of pickup.
Number 6, Corbin Richards.
About 5 on the play, makes it 2nd and 5.
Vikings thus far being pretty strong in their first couple plays. A lot of running happening and big yards being picked up.
Another read option to Connor Yarbara, takes it himself up the middle, brings it up and good for a Vikings first down, brings the ball to the 26-yard line. High snap there, handoff to Tavake Wolfgram up on the right side, brings it up for a good gain on the play. Vikings just not slowing down on their run game.
Wolfgram, he's got a very good sense of direction, just being able to see the defense, read it, make slight adjustments to be able to open up the field and get the extra yardage.
Snap called to another read option. Yarbara takes it himself as the Lions take a better read at that one and stop Yarbara before he takes a good pickup. Good for a Vikings first down.
He and Wolfgram running hand in hand for a second there, and the defense not knowing which direction it was going to go. Great play by the Vikings. Nice job, Yarbara, holding on.
Yarbara calls a snap. Other side to Tavake Wolfgram, but Connor takes it himself up the middle. A short pickup, if any, on that one.
By the entire defensive line.
Pickup of about 2 makes it 2nd and 8 as the ball on the 13-yard line. Or sorry, the 13. Pass up the middle to Rocky, jumps out of his hands as he dives out to try to make that grab, cannot on the run.
Got some substitutions in. Vikings in the red zone, hoping to be able to push in and just run that score.
3rd and 8. Ball still on the 13. Trips right, none on the left. Ybarra takes it himself, goes up the middle, but swarmed by a pack of Lions. Brings them down near the line of scrimmage. As I just heard the announcer say that name, I am not even going to attempt that one. A 2-yard pickup makes it 4th and 6. Ball on the 11 as the Vikings will bring on their kickoff team, or sorry, not their kickoff team, their
PAT.
Their field goal
PAT
team.
Field goal.
That's what it's called.
My goodness, it's a chilly night.
Brain's going a bit slow. Bad snap, a weird kick, but no good.
It was close.
That one, I think, just a little bit low.
Yep, just a low snap, and I'm surprised he was able to get it off.
Low snap gets jumbled by the holder there. Very surprising that he got a kickoff without it getting tipped or blocked.
Well, we've got a quick text in from the Dominican Republic. Our very own Lisa Young listening from the Dominican Republic, watching the PGSN sports broadcast. We've gone international. The score 27-0. We've got our crew of 4 here in a very chilly night, Payson High School.
Bad snap. Jarvis still takes that one. Able to get it up in time. Not much of a gain on that one, if that makes it 2nd and 9 for the Lions.
Now, this is the point that you want to be able to see the Lions form together and to push and see if they can just put some more yardage out and put some points on the board. This is their last game of the season.
Throw out to the left side, look to be number 2, Bryson Gull. Makes it 3rd and 5.
The Lions, they put together quite the run at the end of the second quarter.
Unable to capitalize on it, still remaining at 0 points on the board. Trevin calls the snap, rolls out to his right, but a low snap to number 9, David Fulmer.
4th down for Payson.
I don't know what I did.
As a basically full switch from the Vikings here. As Pleasant Grove takes a timeout, their first of the half, taking it early into the 3rd quarter. Only about 3 minutes have passed, just a little over that. 8:48 on the clock.
We've changed out a few positions. We've now got Asher Bayless going down on the field, getting some highlights. Hopefully be able to post on our Instagram. Want to direct you to our Instagram. We had Ethan Frisbee going down earlier and getting some video footage and being able to update with some video highlights with a crew of 4. Pretty fun to be able to see how people are juggling their responsibilities. We've got Boston running as producer and head commentator. Ethan running the scoreboard now. And I'm on camera and some color commentating, trying to help fill in the gaps here.
Snap looks to be not on 2 there. Traven calls it on 3. A QB punt on 4th down. That's not something we see a whole lot.
That was very, very strange not to be back at all, and not a bad outcome. I've seen worse punts.
Ball comes out to the 35 on the Vikings side.
Yeah, the ball on the 35-yard line in Viking territory. 8:39 remaining in the third quarter of play. Still a lot of football to happen here on PGSN, Pleasant Grove Sports Network, student-run organization. I'd say 99% of the time. Just on these away games, I have to be the driver, and I can't keep my hands off the cameras and the microphone, obviously.
Rocky Wilcox goes in motion towards the left side, looking to him as well. Deep ball, unable to get it. Looked like he pulled his jersey. Flag is thrown.
Pass falls incomplete, but there are flags on the field.
Have just a little tug on the jersey, and that's a pretty easy call to see. Vikings are going to pick up a first down, and they're going to move that ball forward.
Pass interference, defense, number 9. The 15-yard penalty.
Number 9 with the pass interference call.
I've got to tell you, I love being able to hear what the referee has to say, so we don't have to interpret or get lost in what's happening.
Yeah, that's not something we've seen from many high schools, especially around here in Utah, where one of the lead referee has a microphone. As a flag thrown on the play as Tavake Wolfgram off the reception pulls up for about 4 or 5 yards.
And it took me a little while to figure out who was calling out those penalties. I thought that it was the PA announcer, and I thought he was just extremely excited.
Blocking the back on the offense, number 32. 10-yard
Block in the back from Rocky Wilcox on the play, brings it back 10 yards.
So we're just trading penalties at this point. Hopefully the both teams can pull things together and play some more disciplined football and help this this game keep moving along. 27-0, the Vikings lead.
Looking to Tavake Wolfgram on the right side, breaks one tackle, slips through, brought down at about the 48 as 2 Lions collide, bringing down Tavake, both stumbling. One stays on the ground, gets to his feet.
We were talking earlier about Wolfgram's ability to be able to just make slight adjustments early on to open up more field, and that one just confused the Lions, and they collided.
Look to Adam Wright on the right side. He's got 2 blocks, slipped through 3 tackles, stays on his feet, and drops down after 3 Lions stay down on the field for a second. It is these cold weather hits that really get you. You get a helmet to that hand or to the wrist, and ooh,
yeah,
boy.
they are stingers. And we've seen a lot of people slow to get moving.
Ybarra, a great rollout to Rocky Wilcox, makes the throw.
Ball caught but immediately tackled by Tyson Hazlett, number 14.
And that is good for a Viking first down. What a play there. Great rollout from Connor Ybarra and a good over-the-shoulder grab as he twisted his body from Rocky Wilcox. Fake handoff. Unable to make the throw towards the left to Ryder Huntsman. Just out of his hands. Struggles to get his hands around the ball.
Yeah, one of the few drop passes from Huntsman. Just a little bit high, but we've seen him pull many passes in like that. I do think the weather has a lot to do with this. They've got their gloves on, but I mean, some of us up here have gloves on, and it still is just a piercing cold with this wind.
Fake handoff, throw towards the right is jumbled, but caught by Carter Wilkes. brings it in for a touchdown. Vikings with a 25-yard touchdown to Carter Wilkes, number 22, puts them ahead by 33. PAT coming.
Carter Wilkes is dangerous anytime he touches the ball. We were talking about it earlier. He can make the play happen and does it right there. Gets 6 more points for the Vikings, and this PAT on its way.
Joaquin lines up for the PAT. Kick is up and good through the uprights. Vikings take the lead of 34.
I mean, he made that one look extremely easy, but we have had so many different things happening with kicks throughout this game. Some of them looking like just an odd thing, like the last one, just kind of a muffed snap and still almost got it to go through the uprights. This one went right through. Vikings lead 34-0 against the Payson Lions here at the Lions Den, we'll call it.
With about 7 minutes, 13 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. Vikings come onto the field to make the kick. TJ Ashby, number 38, going to have it.
Now at this point, if you're the Lions, you're taking a look. You've got 7 minutes in the third quarter. Still plenty of football to play. You've got to be able to move that ball, be able to get some runs, get some first downs, and try to put some points on the board.
TJ with a long kick, bounces at the 3-yard line, goes back for a touchback just past Hayden Jarvis.
At the 20-yard line.
Ball will lie at the 20-yard line after the touchback. I know I said it in a couple of games before, but I always think that it's the NFL and say the 25-yard line. Have to correct myself and say the 20.
That's right. They're the differing rules between, you've got your high school rules, you've got your college, you've got your NFL, and then of course you've got your prison rules.
As a switch up on the defense from the Vikings there. Snap is called from Traven. Looks out to his right side, gets it with Hayden. Jarvis has an amazing spin move, stays on his feet. Whistle is blown after Vikings surround him.
Yeah, great move to be able to get a couple more after getting hit initially.
Still going to be 2nd down and 10 to go.
Gets a pickup of 1 there, 2nd and 9. Ball on the 21-yard line now. Traven calls motion. Snap is called low at his ankle, still picks it up, rushed by Vikings. And ball is cut loose from the Vikings defense. Ball comes out. Vikings.
Looks like it's going to be Pleasant Grove's ball.
Vikings take it back at the 15-yard line, or just about that, maybe a bit closer. Looks to be the 14. Amazing for the Vikings.
What a tough break for the Lions at that point. We're just talking about how they've got to focus in and be able to work to be able to get some points on the board, and to have that turnover is a tragedy for the Payson Lions.
Again, the weather's probably playing a big part in that, as it is definitely very hard to hold onto a ball with basically frozen hands, even with gloves. Definitely still a factor. Handoff towards the left, not much there, as that one for a loss. Six minutes remaining in the third quarter. Yabar calls a snap, handoff to Devake Wolfgram, Cohen Vose as he is taking it brings it all the way to the 1 or the 2 yard line there, making a good about 3 or 4 yards off the contact.
Yeah, and by contact, it looked like he gained about 4 or 5 yards just carrying a Lion defender with him.
Snap is called, handoff to Cohen again, pulls it forward, is not enough.
I would imagine they're going to go with Cohen again on this one and just punch it in. He's done the work, and hopefully gets the reward of the 6 points.
For your Lions defense, folks.
Second and goal, ball on the 1. Handoff to Cohen. He punches through, breaks in, and good enough for another Vikings touchdown. Makes that one now 40-0. Got my math right that time.
Mathematics, what a great thing to bring up. Speaking of that, it's the end of the term. Today was the last day of the first term. Crazy to think that we've already got one term under the belt. Boston, you're a senior.
I'm a junior, actually.
Well, senior in my book. You'll be back next year as a super senior. I thought you were, oh man, this is great. We've got you back.
Kickoff again. The PAT is good there from Joaquin, makes it 41-0. Just about 5 minutes remain in the third quarter.
Russ, I'm a junior. Okay, best news I've heard all day. I knew you were a junior. It just seems like with the leadership that you've been showing, it's been great to have so many games already under your belt.
Yeah, it's honestly a crazy amount for where I am, as we are having a little bit of camera issues. We will try to get that resolved as soon as possible. We apologize if there's any glitchiness with the camera.
Now, we were talking on the way to the game about how many games, and if you're an avid watcher of PGSN, you've heard us talk about this or heard me talk about it. Just the sheer amount of games that are broadcast on PGSN, from soccer, we've got volleyball that was picked up about 2 years ago. The students just giving so much of their time to be able to bring these games to you. It's an honor to be able to help run this organization and watch you guys thrive and just learn the ins and outs, learning cameras, trying to figure out how to do scoreboard. And as of right now, we're just trying to get the cameras to work. It might be like something to do with the weather, because we've got our HDMI cables plugged in just fine, and they're just we're having a little bit of technical difficulty. So we'll still bring you the audio. Right now, we've got 5 minutes left in the third quarter, 41-0. Pleasant Grove up on top. And we'll try to swap out the camera. We'll audio rolling for you. QB takes a snap and shotgun, handoff up the middle, and is stopped immediately by the Vikings. Absolutely no yards gained on that one.
Jarvis, the ball carrier, brought down at the line of scrimmage.
Makes that 2nd and 10 now, with 4 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock. Snap is called off to the right. Ball comes loose, and the Lions still bring it up.
Ball pitched to Fulmer, drop goes nowhere. 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
3rd and 10. Ball still lies on the 26. Motion is called, snap from Traven. Looks to his right side, almost intercepted by the Vikings. So close.
Ball knocked down by number 8, Pleasant Grove. 4th down for Payson.
That makes it 4th and 10. Looks like Payson is trying to keep their offense out on the field. They go for the 4th down conversion. They really can't afford to let the Vikings get the turnover on downs here, as the ball would lie on the 26, very close to the end zone. Try to get him on to Traven, looking back, scrambles out towards his left, still going. Pass is thrown out of bounds. Will be a turnover on downs for the Vikings.
Pass falls incomplete on 4th down. It's going to be Pleasant Grove's ball.
As I apologize for taking a quick break there, trying to figure out some of those technical difficulties with our camera. Now, 4th and 1 for the Vikings, 1.5 minutes on the clock as they lie on the 17-yard line. Snap is called, pushed over and brought down good enough for a Viking first down.
It is enough for a first down for the Vikings.
Snap is called off to the right side, breaks a tackle, still on his way, dropping down for a good gain. Snap called, 30 seconds on the clock, up the middle, brought down from the Lions.
Run stopped by Cade Muir, going to be 3rd down for the Vikings.
Now at the end of the third quarter, Vikings still hold the lead 41-0 as we are still experiencing some very rough camera issues, as we will try our best during the break to try to figure that out. As I apologize so much for that one. Still trying to figure out the technical issues with our camera. Vikings just pushed through for a touchdown. As PAT coming from Joaquin. Kick is up and good. That will make it 48-0.
48, Payson 0.
As I think we got our camera back. As it may be very laggy right now, but at least we do have a camera.
Like to apologize for all of that. It seems like the cold is not doing well with our cables. Might have to get some that are a little higher rated. They have kind of frozen and they don't like to extend. And I don't know exactly why it's not working, but we're back.
And we have noticed, or I have noticed, the glitchy camera, but it is better than no camera at all. We will take what we have so far, and hopefully we can resolve those. With the kickoff being TJ Ashby, that one goes back, received by Hayden Jarvis. He's out at the 30-yard line before getting brought down to the 31 or 32. Whoa, sorry, 32. Ball stands on the 31-yard line as the fourth quarter still has 9 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock. Vikings lead by 48. Handoff to Hayden Jarvis before being brought down behind the line of scrimmage by multiple Vikings.
Hayden Jarvis, the ball carrier, brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of about 3 or 4 yards.
A loss of 3 on the play makes it 2nd and 13. Traven calls the snap, looks to the middle, looks his back as he rolls out to his left side, taking it, throws, incompleted. Ball rolls onto the Vikings sideline.
Pass intended for number 4, St. Rickenbreck. 3rd down and 13 to go for the Lions.
Makes it 3rd and 13 now with 8:45 on the clock. Traven calls a snap, looks back, getting rushed by 2 Vikings. Pass is made and slammed down by a Viking. Oh my goodness, that was a hard hit.
Pass is good to David Fulmer.
David Fulmer taking it up for 6 yards, makes it 4th and 7. Going for the 4th down conversion, Traven calls the snap, looking deep, running slants as no one's unable to get him. Drops back and sacked far behind the line of scrimmage.
Finally brought down in the backfield.
Brought down after a long time. Traven stands up,
Takes the field.
hobbling off the field. Looks to be something with his left leg. Can't tell if it's him just being mad or something wrong, as the Vikings will take it in a lot better position now with that sack of about 20 yards. Makes it 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Ball lies on the 15-yard line. Comes to the line of scrimmage with 7 minutes remaining. Timeout called from Pleasant Grove, as clearly something wrong on the field. Well, a lot of miscommunication there.
We're gonna unplug the camera for a second and try to figure out why there's some lagging. Sorry that we see the menu popping up on the live stream. We apologize.
Now coming back from the timeout, calls for the snap, looks off to his right, his left, cannot make it.
Pass intended for Pleasant Grove's number 16.
As we apologize for our camera still being down. A lot of technical issues coming into the 4th quarter. Calls for the snap off to the left. Pass is completed. Drops out of bounds for a short pickup.
Pushed out of bounds by number 4, Sam Erkenbrack.
As well as, I haven't said this, but Drake Stanley at quarterback now, taking Connor Ybarra out in nothing short of a blowout for the Vikings here. Calls for the snap, looks to his left, cannot be made to number 15, Kanan Jacobson.
Incomplete pass intended
Who
for number 15.
I do not believe that is Kanan Jacobson, as Kanan has been listed as a quarterback. It was the Vikings, I believe, 7th string quarterback last year after literally everyone got hurt. Snap is called, drive up the middle. Takes it for a couple of yards.
Pleasant Grove's number 33, the ball carrier, stopped at the line of scrimmage. Lions offense is going to take the field.
Actually, no yards on the run there, stopped at the line of scrimmage. That will make it a 1st and 10 towards the, 1st and 10 towards the Lions after a turnover on downs. Ball still on the 6-yard line. As now we have our camera back, looking a lot better.
For all of you technical nerds, it was set to a 4K output through the HDMI cable. So just a note to self. Has to be set to 1080.
Pass cannot be completed on the left side. Hit him just in time to not get the pass interference called. Tipped off of his hands. Now 2nd and 10, just under 5 minutes remaining.
And the Vikings doing a really good job on both sides of the ball. Their defense has been stellar.
Takes a run off to the left. Not much made on it.
Hayden Jarvis with the catch, brought down around the line of scrimmage.
Hayden Jarvis trying that one for the Vikings, unable to get anything on there. Maybe a pickup of 1 or 2 makes it 3rd and 8.
And at this point in the game, the clock continues to run when your score is lopsided as this game is. So the clock will run whether it's a run or a pass. The only thing that'll stop it is a timeout.
Pass looking deep on the right side is completed to the Lions. A great deep pass there caught by David Fulmer for a 30 to 40 yard pass completion. Brings it to the 41. Way good enough for a first down.
And I talked about how the clock doesn't stop, but it looked like it did maybe for that first down.
Pass is completed again. A deep pass stays on his feet. Now being dropped back from number 5, Carson Finch.
And that's that life that we're talking about. The Payson Lions wanting to get some points on the board. 3:25 left in the game. And they are moving the ball with some authority right now.
Traven calls the snap, looks back, looking deep again. Has open room in front of him, takes the pass to the right side, cannot be completed to Carson Wall, number 7.
Intended for Carson Wall. 2nd down and 10 to go for the Lions.
Still plenty of time for the Lions to be able to form an attack against the Vikings.
Just under 3 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Ball wise on the 32-yard line, 2nd and 10. The Lions in a good position to get some points on the board. Motion is called. Snap as well, looking deep to his right, to his left. Getting pressured by multiple Vikings, dropping back, throws out towards the right side in the sideline. Incomplete pass.
That took a lot of time off the clock. And it's just going to keep running. Brings up that 3rd down. This is kind of that make it or break it moment for the Lions. This is last game of the season for them. I don't know exactly how the state tournament's done, if everybody gets to go or if it's...
I believe it's everyone gets one playoff game no matter what. So technically everyone has a chance to win the championship.
All right, so this is their last home game.
Trevin calls it the snap, looking to his right, hard smackdown from the Vikings. That one being from number 16, Corbin Robinson.
We're at 1:27 left, and this is going to be a 4th down and 3.
Motion is called on Wall. Traven calls the snap, rolls out to his left, trying to look for something, getting rushed by Corbin, cannot make it, throws it out.
And that's going to be a turnover on downs, and the Vikings are probably just going to kneel this one out. I can't imagine them trying
to make anything on this with the ball lying at the 25, clock running now at 50 seconds.
So I'd like to thank again those that came out to this game to broadcast. We have Asher Bayless, Ethan Frisbee, and Boston Harding. Also like to thank our viewers. We love being able to bring this to you guys, and it's usually the students that are going to bring it. So the Vikings brought it tonight, 48-0, and Ibarra takes a knee.
And Pleasant Grove takes the knee.
And that's going to end it. Both teams walking off the field.
And that's going to end this game.
Vikings take the win 48-0. That will bring them a 4-6 overall record. Now 4-3 in region as well. That bringing the Payson Lions to 2-8, as well as being 1-8 in
We thank our fans.
In region. Sorry, losing my words.
Yeah, I understand why. We're trying to pack up while commentating on this. Vikings going to end that season in a 4th place position in region, and we'll be taking a look here soon, trying to figure out who they're going to be playing in the first round of the state tournament. And
we will get that posted on the Instagram. Don't know if we're going to do that as a post or a story just quite yet, but we will get that out on social media as soon as we find out about it.
So that's just a call to action to go follow PGSN on Instagram. It's a really fun student media that's bringing out all the sports on Pleasant Grove Sports Network. I'd like to thank you again for tuning in to Pleasant Grove Sports Network. We're going to be bringing more action to you as sports are coming through. Volleyball had a huge win.
Had a reverse sweep against Spanish Fork. That was an amazing game. You can always go watch that back on PGSN, just on our YouTube here, and you can watch that back. That was a great game. My throat was hurting after that game.
And then you're right back at it the next day.
Right back at it, head commentating for a football game as well. My throat is not going to be happy tomorrow.
Well, luckily you've got a full fall break to recover. No sports happening over the break, so hopefully get some rest and some relaxation. I'd like to thank all of you for tuning in to Pleasant Grove Sports Network. I'm Russ Mayo.
And I'm Boston Harding. We will see you, I believe the next game is the 21st, being volleyball, the last game at home against Wasatch at 6:30.
You got to pull up for that one. That's going to be a big match.
And that will be the Vikings senior night as well.
We'd like to honor those girls.
We'd like to thank everyone who showed up to the game and everyone who's watching right now. We will see you later, and thank you for tuning in to PGSN.